A journey through the Berenstain Bears world, a heartwarming review. Once upon a time in the wonderfully quaint bear country, there lived a family of bears. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Brother Bear, and Sister Bear. Their stories, written by Stan and Jan Berenstain, quickly became a beloved part of many childhoods. With over 300 books in the series and a wide range of adventures, the Berenstain Bears have taught readers of all ages the timeless value of family, friendship, and important life lessons. Let's start at the beginning, the heart of bear country. The first thing that stands out when you dive into the world of the Berenstain Bears is the warmth and charm of their simple but relatable lives. Picture a cozy little house in the middle of the forest, where this family of bears lives just like us, except they have a bit more fur and a bit more honey. But as much as they may seem like ordinary bears, these characters are far from basic. Their quirks, personalities, and little foibles have made them feel like family to so many. Papa Bear, the well-meaning but sometimes bumbling father figure, tries his best to be the strong, wise head of the family. But let's face it, he often finds himself tangled up in his own plans. Whether he's starting a ridiculous home project that's doomed from the start or thinking he can outsmart the weather, Papa Bear's adventures often end in hilariously predictable ways. But hey, don't we all have our moments? Mama Bear, on the other hand, is the glue that holds the family together. She's sensible, practical, and never afraid to call out Papa Bear when his ideas veer off the rails. But Mama is also kind, nurturing, and always there with a solution or a comforting word when the bears find themselves in a bit of a pickle. She's the unsung hero of bear country, and anyone who's had a mom who quietly but firmly kept things running will instantly connect with her. Then there are the kids, Brother Bear and Sister Bear. They're just like the kids you'd meet in any neighborhood. Brother is curious, adventurous, and loves to play. He's the kind of kid who can get himself into trouble with the best of intentions. Sister Bear is slightly more cautious, but she's also a strong-willed individual with a passion for learning and doing things her own way. Together, these siblings make the perfect pair of kids, navigating the ups and downs of growing up with humor and heart. The storytelling style, simple yet profound. What sets the Berenstain Bears series apart is the author's ability to tell stories that are simple yet profound. Each book revolves around everyday situations. Going to school, getting along with friends, dealing with fears, learning about responsibility, and understanding emotions. While these may sound like ordinary topics, the way they are handled is what makes them extraordinary. Take the Berenstain Bears and the Trouble with Friends, for example. In this classic, Brother Bear learns a valuable lesson about friendship when he has a falling out with his best friend. While the situation is very relatable for kids, fighting with a friend, feeling left out, or dealing with hurt feelings, the story is handled with warmth and humor. The situation doesn't feel heavy or preachy, but rather like a natural part of growing up. By the end, Brother Bear has learned an important lesson about forgiveness and understanding. What makes this so effective is how the authors balance the humor with the important life lesson. In this book, for instance, the dialogue between the characters is full of playful exchanges that make you chuckle, but the lesson about empathy and reconciliation doesn't feel forced. The Berenstain Bears manage to teach lessons in a way that never feels like a lecture, but more like an experience shared with friends. Humor that speaks to all ages. Now, let's talk about the humor. You might be thinking, a children's book series with humor? That sounds like it's just for kids. Well, the Berenstain Bears isn't just for kids. It's for anyone who can appreciate a good laugh, regardless of age. Papa Bear's attempts at DIY home improvement are a perfect example. In the Berenstain Bears in the Messy Room, he decides to fix Brother and Sister Bear's untidy room by doing what any self-respecting father would do: organize it himself. Of course, he ends up making a bigger mess, leaving you with a kind of humor that's both slapstick and endearing. You can't help but laugh at Papa Bear's grand schemes falling apart. But at the same time, there's a level of understanding that he meant well. It's this kind of humor, both funny and touching, that gives the Berenstain Bears books their unique charm. As a reader, you start to see the humor not just in the silly mistakes, but in the way the characters grow through those mistakes. Papa Bear may not get it right every time, but he's trying. And that's the message that resonates. The moral compass. Life lessons wrapped in fun. What really makes the Berenstain Bears shine, however, is the gentle but powerful way they teach important life lessons. Whether it's about honesty, kindness, responsibility, or dealing with fear, these stories leave you with something valuable to think about. The Berenstain Bears and the Truth is one such example, where Brother Bear learns the consequences of lying and the importance of being honest. The way the story unfolds, with Papa Bear gently guiding Brother through his feelings of guilt, makes it clear that honesty isn't always easy, but it's always the best policy. Another great example is the Berenstain Bears and the Big Road Race. In this story, Brother Bear competes in a race and learns about sportsmanship, determination, and that sometimes winning isn't everything. What's most impressive is how the Berenstains show the value of doing your best and being kind, regardless of the outcome. It's a lesson that transcends childhood and can be applied in so many areas of life. The series doesn't just focus on the kids, either. In the Berenstain Bears and the Big Job, Mama Bear takes on a project that feels a lot like the kinds of responsibilities many parents juggle. She shows what it means to work hard and manage multiple tasks, all while making time for family. Her struggle to balance everything makes her relatable to anyone who's ever had to wear more than one hat. And it's funny, too. The growing legacy. Since its debut in 1962, the Berenstain Bears has become a staple in children's literature. It's hard to imagine a childhood without these books on the shelf. But the series is more than just nostalgia. It's timeless because it focuses on values that never go out of style. The characters may be bears, but their challenges are universal. We all know what it's like to fight with friends, deal with disappointment, or try something new and fail. And just like the Berenstain Bears, we learn, grow, and laugh through it all. The series also includes many special topics, such as the Berenstain Bears learn about strangers, the Berenstain Bears and the Drummer Boy, and the Berenstain Bears' new baby. These books touch on real-life situations that children and even adults face. By gently introducing these topics, the Berenstains help young readers navigate them with a sense of safety and understanding. Why it works. What makes the Berenstain Bears series so enduring is the balance between entertainment and education. It's never heavy-handed, and the lessons are always delivered with humor and heart. The illustrations, with their colorful, cartoonish style, bring the characters to life and add an extra layer of charm. It's a world that's both inviting and relatable, no matter how many years pass. Even today, children are learning the same valuable lessons that brother, sister, and their family taught decades ago. They face the same issues, tough choices, difficult emotions, and challenging situations. Yet they've done so in a way that's both fun and instructive. In conclusion, the Berenstain Bears series is not just a collection of stories. It's a window into a world that feels like home. With its lovable characters, relatable situations, and lessons that never go out of style, it's a series that continues to touch the hearts of readers young and old. From the first book to the latest, the Berenstain Bears remain a classic example of storytelling done right. Simple, fun, and full of life lessons that we can all take to heart. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends. And let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.